Hello, beautiful humans. Today I ask the question, what exactly does slow living mean? Beyond all those dreamy Instagram photos of white marble countertops covered with artfully arranged linen napkins and freshly baked sourdough bread, the chickens wandering free in apple orchards at the golden hour, and baskets filled with homegrown produce. What is slow living? And is it something you can embrace without having to quit your job and move to a secluded cabin in the woods? What about those of us who can't or don't want to do the homesteading thing? What if you don't like linen? Simply put, slow living means to do less and buy less, but better. To get off the treadmill and determine your own pace. To question the modern drive to accumulate more and more of everything, and to enjoy what we have in a deeper way. The slow living movement calls for a more intentional approach to life and rejects the idea that to be busy means you're important. To be rich, you need to have more stuff, or that to be successful, we must keep pace with the relentless pressures of modern life. The central tenet of the slow philosophy is taking the time to do things well, and thereby enjoying them more. The great benefit of slowing down is reclaiming the time and tranquility to make meaningful connections with people, with culture, with work, with nature, and with our own bodies and minds. The root of the slow living philosophy is this. The roots of slow living go deeper than the founding of the slow food movement where slow living emerged. The benefits of slowing down have been applied to an ever-widening circle of life, including everything from fashion to money, careers, parenting, and lifestyle. A radical call for our culture to slow down and rethink our priorities, to put people and the natural world above profit and engage in human economics is how slow living evolved. Any person can make things larger, more complex, and even more violent. It takes a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Even before the 1970s, there were plenty of philosophers and out-of-the-box thinkers that were challenging the machine-led pace and the destructive side effects of the Industrial Revolution. Unless we rediscover the value of leisure and prioritize making time for contemplation, we destroy our culture and ourselves. In the face of a materialistic consumerism culture, the slow philosophy encourages us to question the origins of the things we buy, the food we eat, and the products we clean with, all as a way of intentionally consider the human, environmental, and health impact of our daily habits and choices. Doing this also helps us find more joy in the everyday, as well as deeper meaning and connection in our lives. Living more slowly and mindfully enables us to create the space we need for spiritual flourishing. Let me know where you are from in the comments below and how you live slow. And subscribe and give this video a like so that others looking for this type of information can find it easier. So where do we start? Well, there are several ways, and these are just a few. Shop local, support small business, engage in conscious consumerism. When we take the time to think before we buy things, to plan out our meals in advance, for example, and batch cook healthy, whole food-based meals using seasonal, local ingredients, we not only have a more positive impact on the environment and the world around us, but it can also help us to live longer, healthier lives and save us money. Slowing down our consumption means wasting less. Investing in longer-lasting things, repairing and reusing what we already have, and enjoying our belongings a lot more. Taking the time to Google alternative online shops that stock things we need to buy, rather than just heading straight to big box stores or Amazon, is being mindful. This will have a positive impact on someone's small family-run business. Buying items wherever you can from our local market or craftspeople help us enjoy the act of shopping more, as well as supporting someone's craft. Committing to buying vintage or thrifted clothing and investing in ethically made clothing whenever we need to buy something new is important. Taking the extra time to walk or cycle when we live close to a shop or our place of work instead of jumping in the car every time helps us lead a healthier life while leaving a smaller carbon footprint. And remember, speed isn't always a bad thing. Slow living is not about living a snail's pace. Slow living is about being in control of the rhythms of your own life. Instead of doing everything faster, do things at the right speed for you. My slow living life may be a bit faster than yours, and that's okay. Now, we shouldn't throw away our smartphones, but research shows that being mindful of tech habits is beneficial. For some, moving to the countryside and starting to grow vegetables as soon as possible may be perfect for some. This isn't about walking slowly, being less productive at work, or missing deadlines. It's about finding a healthy balance between speed and slowness, productivity and rest. By doing less, we actually focus better. And we can actually achieve more and live a saner, happier, and more loving and generous life in the process. Find time for quiet. Spending a few minutes of quiet each day helps with perspective. It also allows for creative thoughts to flow more easily. In many of those quiet moments, I get inspiration on how to make micro changes in my life that build good habits and live slowly. Embrace the silence. Slow living is all about being intentional, which means anyone can do it. If you're still thinking that slow living is a luxury, we can fall into the trap of thinking that slow living needs to look a certain way, or that we need to worry about doing it right. But it's not a one-size-fits-all. Do what makes sense to you. For me, living slow and choosing less means putting my values at the heart of what I do. Whether you call it intentional living, simple living, minimalism, or slow living, being truly intentional about the way we live life costs us nothing but intentionality. Slow living will look different for all of us, but making space to thoughtfully shape the way we live and align our habits and lifestyle with our deepest value is a path that leads to integration and joy. I'm interested in how you live slowly. Let me know. And until next time, be kind to yourself.